there's no debate that the Iranian regime has been trying to murder Americans for decades and decades. When you go back to the barracks bombing to invading the embassy and holding people hostage in 1979 to, I mean, me personally being in Iraq, a majority of the weapons and training for the insurgency had come through the Iranians. So
Mm.
I was there in 2007. So there was a span of 2 weeks where they were shooting down American helicopters, and they had
Mhm.
received training in some acoustic software from Iran. And 2 weeks before I got there, they killed an American flight surgeon when they shot down a helicopter. His name was Colonel Allgood. And then the day I landed in theater, they shot down a helicopter. So literally, hey, welcome to Iraq. It's crazy. You're going to die here.
Mm.
And it was shocking. It took me really a couple of weeks to adjust to that type of environment. But and then you see just last month with the Iranian regime, they murdered, so the numbers, I think officially 20, 30,000 people, could be as many as 40 or 50,000. I have an Iranian American who's a neighbor of mine, and we sit down, had a drink and chatted. And the stories that are coming out of there, I mean, they literally, when you try to put that into perspective, so in a 2 or 3 day span of just, it was just multiple days, but that's a lot of killing in a couple of days. So it was just a horrific regime. And
Mhm.
they wake up every single morning just wondering how they could kill more Americans. So there's no question there that that authoritarian regime needed to go a long time ago. And then when you couple that with their just hell bent pursuit on getting nuclear weapons, that cannot happen. So they will use those weapons. Israel, Iraq, just Saudi Arabia, like nowhere was safe. Like that Iranian regime was crazy. Not crazy like
Mhm.
North Korea, not crazy, evil, wicked, smart like Putin, but just flat out crazy. So there was no world where that could happen. And I think any leader from really any background that had that type of information would have made the same decision without hesitation. You can't let that Iranian regime get a nuclear weapon. I mean, the people around the world, wherever you go, you realize that we're all on the same planet here. And we all want to
Mhm.
take care of our children and provide education and put food on the table. Like people are good, but it's the governments that screw it all up. And when you see that type of an Iranian regime, this is now the opportunity for those Iranian people to step up and take their country back, and they have hope for the first time. And my neighbor had a great quote. He said, "Josh, this is what the French felt like during the start of D-Day." And I was like, "Really?" And you try to think about it. He's like, "Listen, it's been an oppressive regime for close to 50 years. And now
Mhm.
you see that leadership get toppled, just no different than, the start of D-Day and Nazi tyranny. You could start to see the beginning of the end because it's not over. There's a long ways to go. But that's what he's an Iranian American. He can't even go back home because they're just going to torture him and do
Mhm.
who knows what. So I mean, he still stays in touch with family and friends. That's what he told me. So I think
Mhm.
even most Iranian citizens are very excited about this. They were happy to see that overthrow, and there's still a lot of work to do, but they've got to do it for themselves.